If you're confused about what's going on between Russia and Ukraine, stick with me. I'm going to try and explain it as simply as I can for you. Okay, so here's Ukraine, and you can see it's got a massive border to its east with Russia, and over to its west is Europe. Ukraine is quite western facing, and you can see here, this is the capital, Kiev. It does look very European. Okay, quick history lesson. So this is the Russian Empire. It was absolutely massive in the 1700s. It actually controlled up until modern day Poland and, you guessed it, Ukraine. And for reasons we won't go into today, in 1917, the Russian Empire was dissolved. But Putin and lots of other Russians loved the idea of the Russian Empire, and they still consider those Eastern European countries that were in the Russian Empire to be Russian, and that includes Ukraine. That is despite the fact that Ukraine is its own independent country with its own president. So there's lots of factors to this, but this is one of the main ones. This is the logo for NATO. It's a military organization that 30 countries around the world belong to. Lots of them are in Europe, as you can see, but also Russia's arch enemy, the United States. Ukraine have made it quite clear that they want to become a part of NATO, but Russia really doesn't like that idea because, as you can see, that would make one of their biggest neighbours a NATO ally. And the really simple premise of NATO is if you attack one of the NATO countries, you attack them all. Now, there are, of course, some Ukrainians in Ukraine who do support Russia and want to be part of Russia. Lots of them live in the east of the country, in the Donbass region. So about 3 o'clock this morning, President Putin of Russia ordered his Russian tanks over the border into the Donbass region. He said he was doing it to protect peace. Russian forces have now launched a massive military assault on Ukraine with reports of bombing and shelling in major cities all over the country. It's difficult to know what will happen next. Joe Biden of the USA says that the world is going to hold Russia accountable, and he predicts a massive loss of life. Boris Johnson says that President Putin has chosen a path of bloodshed by attacking Ukraine, and he says that the UK and its allies will respond decisively.